Hi guys, this is Sadiq from Droidwin.com, and in this video, we'll show you how to unlock the bootloader on any Samsung phone. So first and foremost, please keep the drawbacks in mind. This will wipe off all the data from your phone and it will also trip the knocks. So most of the security and secure folder and Samsung Pay and all such app will not work. And most importantly, even if you restore the stock OS, even if you flash the stock firmware and then relock the bootloader, these secure pay and Samsung Pay apps will still not work. So once the knocks has been tripped, it will remain tripped even if you relock the bootloader until and unless you change the motherboard, which is not a possibility. Until and unless you do so, the state of these app will no longer work, and most of the knocks feature will also not work even if you relock the bootloader. So please keep this point in mind. And apart from that, the Widevine certification will be downgraded and safety net and play integrity will be triggered. You could easily fix all these issues, but you might not be able to fix most of the issues such as the Samsung Pay and secure folder not work, though there exists a workaround using which you could make some of the Knox apps and features work on a rooted phone, but the list of those apps are quite limited. So keep this point in mind, and with that said, let's get started. One more important thing is regarding those phones, the US Snapdragon devices. So the Samsung phones in the US which have the Snapdragon chipset, on those phones the OEM unlock toggle will not be there, so you will not be able to unlock the bootloader the official way, though there exist some unofficial methods, but those are paid service and generally quite risky. So proceed ahead at your own risk on that. I will not discuss about those methods. As of now, this is only for the non-US devices, Samsung devices and US Exynos devices. Apart from that, if you own a Samsung Snapdragon phone but you are not in US and you are also seeing the OEM unlock option missing, this was the case with me, then there exists a workaround using which you could rectify this issue. So I had purchased this phone and out of the box the OEM unlock was missing. I am living in India and this was the case with my Snapdragon Galaxy S20 FE. So in that case, you will just have to turn off the Wi-Fi, then remove the SIM card from your phone as well. Now if you have enabled developer option, then make sure to turn it off. Once that is done, perform a factory reset. This will remove all the data from your phone, so make sure you have taken a backup beforehand. So turn off Wi-Fi, remove the SIM card and perform a reset. Once the reset is done, you will be taken to the setup screen. As of now, do not set up your device. Instead, go straight to the OS and then re-enable developer option from there, and you should now see the OEM unlock option in a matter of couple of minutes. Only when you see the OEM unlock option, you should insert the SIM card and connect to Wi-Fi if required. So again, I am repeating, this is only for the non-US Snapdragon and Exynos devices on which the OEM unlocking is missing. Turn off the Wi-Fi, remove the SIM card, do a factory reset, do not set up, go to the OS and then re-enable developer option, and you should now see the OEM unlock option within a couple of minutes. This was the workaround which has worked for me and many others as well. So with that in mind, let's get started. First and foremost, you will have to enable developer option on your phone. For that, go to the settings menu on your phone. From settings menu, go to about phone, software information, and then tap on build number 7 times. You will get a prompt that you are now a developer. Once that happens, you will now have to enable OEM unlocking on your phone. So go to the settings menu on your phone. From the settings menu, you have to go to developer option and enable the toggle next to USB debugging. As soon as you do so, you will get a prompt on your phone. Make sure to tap on OK. After that, you will also have to enable the toggle next to OEM unlocking. As you could see over here, again you will get a prompt and a warning. So tap on OK and allow. And with this, both the USB debugging and OEM unlocking has been enabled. Let's verify the same. For that, download and extract the Android SDK platform tools onto your PC. I will give a link for that as well. Once you have done the download, it will look something like this. You could extract them anywhere you want. Now type in CMD in the address bar of platform tools and hit enter. This will launch command prompt inside platform tools. Now type in ADB devices and make sure that you are getting an ID. If you are getting an unauthorized keyword, not an issue. Simply make sure to turn off USB debugging and now re-enable it. Then tap on OK. And if it's still showing as unauthorized, then tap on always allow from this computer and tap on allow, and now the issue should be fixed. As you could see, if you are still getting this issue, then tap on revoke USB debugging or use the official USB cable that came with your phone. Use the USB 2.0 port on your PC and try out these tweaks, and then you should get the serial ID and the device code as you could see. So with this, our PC is able to read the phone in ADB mode. although this is not required for now, but still let's keep it enabled. It might come in handy later on. So once you have enabled USB debugging and OEM unlocking, you will now have to boot your phone to the download mode. So first and foremost, unplug your phone from the PC, and now you have to power off your phone. You may do so either from the QS tiles from here as well. This is the power menu, or you may simply long press the power menu if you have enabled the option here. I have enabled the option here as well in the power menu. So from here, power off your phone, and now you will have to press and hold the volume up and volume down keys. While holding both this key, connect your phone to the PC via USB cable. Keep on holding both this key until you get the warning sign, and then let go of the key. As you could see, we have got a warning. Now from here, as you could see, the volume up long press signifies device unlock mode. But if in your phone, in the warning screen, if this is not being shown, then you will have to take one more step, and now you will have to press the volume up key to boot to download mode. In my case, I don't have to boot to download mode, because in the warning screen itself I'm getting the device unlock mode. But if that is not the case with you, then you will have to press the volume up key to boot to download mode, or else if you are seeing the message here itself, then let's move ahead with the next step. So now you will have to press and hold the volume up key for a few seconds. So let's do that, and you will get a warning for the bootloader unlock around 5 to 6 seconds, and you will now be taken to the unlock bootloader screen, as you could see. So now if you press the volume up key, the bootloader will be unlocked. It may void the warranty and will remove all the data from your phone. If that's well and good, simply press the volume up key, or if you have changed your mind and you don't want to unlock, then press the volume down key. So as of now, I am pressing the volume up key, and with this, the bootloader unlock will start, and it will take a few seconds. Let's just wait. And as you could see, we have got the warning message as well that the bootloader phone is unlocked and its software integrity cannot be verified. So it will take a few more seconds for the process to complete, and our phone should now boot to the OS. And since it is undergone a reset, the first boot up will take up some additional time. This is completely normal and nothing to worry about. So let's just wait for that to happen, and then we will proceed ahead. And it's telling us to press the power key to continue. So press the power key, and let's continue with the boot up process. It will take around, I guess, 10 to 15 more seconds. So let's just wait for the phone to boot to the OS, and then we'll move ahead with the next step. So guys, the phone has booted to the OS, and in my case, it was stuck at the Samsung logo for around 30 to 40 seconds. So if that is the case with you as well, then it's completely normal and nothing to worry about. So let's set up our phone from scratch, and let's agree to the terms and condition. And as of now, I'm skipping the setup process and take you to the OS. It will take only a few seconds. Let's skip them all and boot to the OS. This is just for the first time usage. From the subsequent time, it will not take that much longer. So let me skip anyways. Let's skip all this and agree to terms and condition and the themes as well. And with this, the setup is complete. So now let me show you the status of the developer options and OEM unlocking to be more precise. So make sure you are currently online. If that is the case, then go to the settings menu and re-enable the USB debugging and developer option. So go to about phone and tap on build number 7 times. This will enable developer option. Go there and make sure that the USB and you are currently connected to Wi-Fi. If that's well and good, you could now see the OEM unlocking option. If you are currently offline, then you will not see the OEM unlocking option. So make sure that you are currently online, and once you are online, go to developer option, and you should now see the OEM unlocking is already enabled and bootloader is already unlocked. So with this signifies that our process stands complete, and you could now move ahead and root your phone via Magisk or kernel SU and try out LS Post frameworks and carry out all those tweaks. So guys, on that note, I round up this video. If you have any queries, do let me know in the comment section, and thanks a lot for watching.